Okay. First of all, thanks for tuning into the first game review of 2015. The game I'm going to review today is The Evil Within. Now, first of all, there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gore, there's a lot of death, and the deaths are pretty funny and gruesome. Well, some of them are funny and gruesome, so that's why it's rated 18. So yeah, other than that, it's a really good game. Now, you played a detective called Sebastian Castellanos or Castellanos, however, whatever feels comfortable to you, however you want to pronounce it, totally fine. That's your character. And there's a bunch of other characters too. There's a Dr. Jimenez, there's a guy named Leslie, there's your partners, Kidman and Joseph. Now, it all starts off pretty much no different than any detective. You go to investigate a massacre at some hospital, and then it all turns crazy. You end up getting knocked out, you end up hanging upside down with some kind of psychopath. You eventually break loose, he chases you, and that's when the whole thing starts to unravel. There are a variety of weapons. For starters, well, the first gun you get is a handgun. It's your primary weapon, and you can get a shotgun, sniper rifle, crossbow, all throughout the game. Oh, and a magnum, but I don't think anyone uses that. Yeah. So there's 15 chapters or 16 throughout the entire game, so it's pretty long, and it will leave you on the edge of your seat. It's that good of a game, seriously. When I first started playing this, my heart was pounding from the very beginning. So that's how good of a game it is. Now, there's this bloke called Ruvik, and he's obviously a burn victim. For those who have played the game, you know what I'm talking about. And he's somehow supernatural, which actually doesn't make any sense, but believe me, it all works out in the end, because it turns out you were all strapped in to some kind of machine, some kind of project called STEM, and basically hooked up to his head, which is where you are. You're inside his head, but you're contributing on some level. The doctor will explain all this later. Well, try to anyway. For those of you who have played the game, Leslie is totally messed up because he's mentally linked to Ruvik, which can really, well, considering it in his head and all this crap's going on, you can see why he's a bit messed up. Anyway, throughout the game, well, for the most of the part of the game, you're on your own, and well, and that isn't to say you don't get to see your other companions, and you get to play a section of the game with Kidman and Joseph, and for some part of the game, you just get to play with Joseph. I'd say Kidman's a better shot than Joseph, seriously. But that's not the point. Oh yeah, and she's not a whiny little bitch. Joseph is a whiny little bitch. Seriously. Anyway, there's a variety of enemies in this game. First of all, it gives off a kind of zombie-like feel. You know with zombies, you shoot them in the head, they're dead. It doesn't work like that in this game. You can shoot them in the head, and they get super pissed. They run at you, they hit you, and they can actually use weapons, like a gun and knives and stuff. So watch out for that. Oh, and they can use sniper rifles. They can use dynamite later on, like axes and hammers and more hammers, and it's a lot of fun. And there's this other kind of zombie alien type creature, which is really annoying. It's got two heads. One of them looks like a normal human head, or kind of, and the other one's like a carnivorous brain type thing with teeth. Okay, if you want to get rid of that thing, shoot the mutant head. Okay, shoot the mutant head, dead. Now there are a lot of mini bosses in this game. There are a lot of things to do, a lot of things to find. If you find yourself in an area, please search everywhere. Because in all the games there was a kind of thing where you smash open crates, boxes, barrels, there was stuff in it. That has come back in this game. So if you find any crates, barrels, whatever, please smash them up, because you can find handgun ammunition, shotgun ammunition, sniper ammunition, brain goop, all that. Now, on the subject of brain goop, that is your upgrade juice, because the upgrade system, you're strapped into a chair and you use the brain goop to upgrade yourself. You can upgrade your health, you can upgrade your weapons, you can upgrade how much stock you can carry, you can upgrade your crossbow, and there are a bunch of stuff to find. There are parts to find, where if you get the Agony crossbow, you can actually use that to craft up different kinds of bolts, like the poison bolt, the freeze bolt, harpoon bolt, which personally is my favourite, and an explosive bolt, which is awesome, and it can be used very well. So the game is pretty awesome. If you find that little statues, smash them open, and there's a key inside, which will be explained later on, because you can use it when you go to your save point, which is great. Throughout the game, you learn more about Ruvik and what he's up to and other stuff like that, and more about how this is all connected, because it's pretty fantastic. And some enemies really get on your nerves. There's this one enemy where there's this guy with a safe for a head. Okay, he seems pretty easy to kill. However, if there's another safe lying around, you can't pick him up or anything, he morphs into that one and basically is reborn. It's annoying. And there's another one where there's this spider-like lady who can only be harmed by fire. You don't kill her or anything, but seriously, just harm that bitch with fire. Anyway, you can pick up a lot of things. You can pick up bottles to distract, or to get rid of bombs or traps. Oh, there's a lot of bombs and traps in the game, so please be very cautious about what you're doing. Anyway, I like this game because the plot was good and the design were brilliant. The environment and graphics of the characters is beautiful. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really, really awesome. You know, I mean, the plot kind of like derails for a bit, and it starts to make less sense. But then it comes straight back to a straight line later on. So don't worry about that. The graphics on the environments, the enemies, your character, other characters, brilliant. I've got nothing bad to say about that. Nothing bad at all. Now, unfortunately, you cannot pick up other enemies' weapons, which was a shame. Because, like in Modern Warfare games like Call of Duty, you start off with the game with a gun with like 600 rounds, where you couldn't run out of ammunition even if you tried. And even if you did, you had a sidearm. So, and you can pick up other people's weapons. In this game, you can't. Conserve your ammunition. Don't waste it. Okay, because it'll be very important later on. I'd say, well, just what I said before. Conserve your ammunition. If you can't hear me very well, don't worry, it's not your computer or anything, it's me. I've got a head cold. I can't even hear myself very well, and I might muffle some words. So apologies for that. I should have said that at the beginning of the video. I apologise. The Evil Within is a great game. However, at the end of the game, it did leave me with several unanswered questions. And if you played the game or thinking about playing it, then yeah, you'll pretty much know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry this wasn't more detailed, and there's probably more reviews out there that are more detailed than this one. But I did try my best with what I have. Got a head cold, leave me alone. I don't have to put up with these. There. That just no, just no. Anyway, my rating for The Evil Within is a 8 out of 10. It is a great game. Some questions are to be answered because we want them to be answered. I mean, I don't doubt that anyone who's finished the game has had questions about it. I mean, it's a great game. It's very good. But again, questions need to be answered. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this game review and keep watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I hope to see all of you back here for the next game review.